want to thank Labor's Local 300 for offering, yes, big round of applause for that. Great location to the campaign Kickoff Center. We're going to be dispatching out of here today and probably in the future, so let's give them a real big round of applause. I also want to thank the SDIU Local 99. Are they in the house? SDIU in the house, the purple shirt. When they're in the house, you know stuff's going to happen. We're really excited to have them here today. What about UTLA? Are they represented today? All right. United Teachers of Los Angeles, SDIU 99, Mayor Villaraigosa, the Laborers Local 300, many people are supporting Nury in a very, very big way. And what's even better is you've got a lot of concentration of your local elected leadership, including myself, my colleague, Senator Alex Padilla, our great council member from the 6th Council District, Tony Cardenas. I don't know if Richard Alarcón is going to be here today, but he is represented by Saeed Ali, his chief of staff, another great council member in Los Angeles, Wendy Gruhl. The list is enormous. But rather than listen to me about Nury, I'm going to bring up Tony Cardenas to say a few words and also to introduce Nury so we can get this thing started. Tony Cardenas.
You know, 700,000 children in our Los Angeles community depend on a school board that needs to do the job of taking the school district to the next level and giving little ones like that, little ones like that, the hope and the respect that they deserve in what this country provides to every child, and that is a public education. You don't have to be rich in this country to get a good education, and we need stronger leadership on the board. We do have strong leadership on the board, but we need to complete that. And that's why when Nury, for example, she said, you know what, Councilman, I want to sit down with you about talking about running for the school board. She didn't need to come and talk to me. In my mind, in my heart, I had already endorsed her, but I listened to her rap anyway, and it was even better than I thought. And we talked a little bit, and I shared with her as a father of 4 myself, and all 4 of my children, one of them graduated from LAUSD, and we have 3 children who are attending our local schools here. You better believe I'm one of those parents of those 700,000 children who want to see the kind of leadership that we will have with Nury Martinez. And also, I kind of joke a little bit about what an incredible woman she is. She's due to have a baby right about now. And here she is. Let's give Gary a little bit of I just want to say that Nury Martinez is the person that we all know we need to support and that we are supporting. But our job today is to get out there and knock on those doors and let them know what a wonderful human being she is and what a great leader she is in the city of San Fernando. And it's time for her to expand and be the leader for all of us families, 700,000 families who depend on this school district to do the best job that it can for our children. So with that, I'm going to make it short, and I'm going to introduce the woman of the hour and remind all of you, it is our job on this beautiful day like this to go out there and spread the news of what we already know in our heart and our minds, that Nury Martinez is the leader that we need for our children. And help me welcome our candidate, Nury Martinez.
Good morning. Somebody said I look like a vegetable. Anyhow, thank you so much for being here. It's such a beautiful day. We've been kind of all crazy weather, but it still concerns me because around this time it should be actually cooling down and raining, so global warming. But anyhow, I want to take the time to thank all of my friends and my new friends who came out this morning. Thank you very much for being here. My husband, Gerardo. My mom's feeling a little under the weather, so she decided to stay home, and my dad's taking care of her. But I also want to introduce my sister-in-law, Elva Guzman. She's a teacher and a dean of discipline at Monroe High School. So she's going to help me stay on issues to make sure that I'm doing my job on the board. And I also want to thank all of my friends from Labor, the Labor 300. Gracias. SDIU 99. We have a lot of Labor friends in this campaign, so we're to all of you. You know, making the decision to run for office is never easy. You have to think about, you know, your family, and of course, many of you know I am having a baby sometime this week or the following. But nevertheless, I think we do need warriors, and we need people that are going to make bold decisions for our children and the future of our children in our community on the school board. I feel very committed to being that advocate for our children. We cannot afford to lose another generation of children in this district. These kids do not get a second chance. Our children, our community does not get a second chance. Fortunately, some of us who grew up in the neighborhood, like Raúl Bocanegra calls it the neighborhood, I'm a product of the school district. I know the difficulties and the challenges in this district. I know that a lot of the kids that grew up in this district have a similar story like mine, a Latina, with immigrant parents and immigrated to this country to give us a better life, to ensure that we get educated and we give back to our community. My story is not any different than any other child in this district. So I'm very committed to this community. I'm very committed to local representation, making sure we fight for our teachers, we fight for our kids in this district, and most importantly, that we all stay committed. There's a big, a lot of people ask me, why would you want to do this now? This is probably the worst time to want to be on the school board because of this economic situation. But the bottom line is you're going to need somebody strong, somebody that's going to be able to keep the district, on task. And that person, will be me. I'm committed to this district. I'm committed to making these really difficult decisions. You're not always going to have, sometimes you're not always going to appease everybody. But that's part of the challenge, and it's part of the commitment that we all need to make as public officials. We need to make those tough decisions, but most importantly, we need to make them for the good of our community and our kids. And I feel very fortunate to have also the support of President of the board, Monica Garcia, who was going to be here, but unfortunately she had a family emergency and could not come. But if you met Monica, you know she's a fighter. And so if I want to be on somebody's team, if I want somebody to have my back, it's Monica. So I feel very fortunate that we're going to be able to work really well together and bring resources to the Northeast Valley, which is what we really need. So anyway, I don't want to talk too long. I just want to make sure that we all are going to be able to go out and walk. For those of us who can stay and do some sleeping walking, we have a campaign to run. We have little less than a month to get this done. We got to make sure we win on March 3rd, but most importantly, we got to get our message out that there's going to be new representation on that school board, local representation to represent our children. So thank you so much for being here. Gracias.